Howdy YouTube. One of the things in a survival situation that you're going to absolutely need is an ashtray. No, just kidding. One of the things you're going to need in a survival situation is going to be a sure way to make fire. I don't know if this company's even still in business. It was called Outdoor Safe. There's a number, 719-593-5852. They used to give these little packs away. God, it's been 100 years ago that I've had this forever. You got these, comes with these cool little kits here. A whistle, which a whistle is a great thing to have if you're lost. What I've added is a couple packs of batteries. Get to that in a minute. Carry some 550 cord in there. I carry a orange lock blade pocket knife. Something I'm not going to lose. It's got this big garbage bag looking thing, and I'm not going to unfold this thing. This thing is huge. It can be used for shelter, it can be used for a blanket, it can be used for, oh man, so many different things. It's got some trail marking tape or little flags you can tie up, let people know you're around. It's got our handy dandy little signal mirror in it with kind of like instructions on how to use our signal mirror. This is handy little thing to have, and then it's got these little kits. My God, this has been folded for so long. The prints coming off to each side, but there's your instructions for what to do with it. I guess I should have probably taken them out. And then here's first aid book with how to use compass. It's got some different knots to tie for ropes, how to read a map, how to treat hypothermia, how to treat a bunch of stuff. But one of the things it tells us to put in here is strike anywhere matches, which are great until they get wet. What I'm actually here to show you is the system I use. I went out afterwards and I got myself a I got a couple different spark methods here, but if you've got dry tinder, you can do all day long. This is what I carry for my surefire method. I have these stashed all over my packs. I've got way more than one or two of them. What I keep in here is cotton with man, I can't even get that out of there. What I keep in here is cotton soaked in Vaseline or any generic brand of petroleum jelly. You take a stick and or whatever you got here, and you dig some of your cotton out, and this is by far the most cheap, effective way I have found to build fires, guaranteed every time. It burns plenty long enough to, I'm not going to put all this in here because I do not want to burn the man cave down. And I'm going to do this again with just a, so that everybody knows there's not some trick involved and I'm not pouring gasoline on it or whatever. But I'm going to do it with just straight out of the box Vaseline and all that. But you throw this down and get either your flint and steels, and I carry a couple different flint and steels. This is a magnesium fire starter. I carry this. I'm big on lashing everything to my pack that I don't want to lose. I actually carry this, which I thrown in my bag for my demonstration, but I carry this down inside a pocket on the outside of my pack because fire is going to be one of the important things. But you can scrape some magnesium off one side and hit your starter on the other here. Create your little sparks and fires. And this is just flint and steel. God, I think I got this in the Boy Scouts. I've had it forever, but once you get a spark to it, it burns. And that was just a chunk of a cotton ball. That wasn't even the full cotton ball. You can get it wet, shake it off, give it a couple seconds to dry, and it'll do, you know, get the water to run off the Vaseline, and it'll do the same thing. You know, when you pack these, I just use everyday standard out of the bag cotton balls, which I need to repack my little supply here anyway while we're sitting here talking about it. But, you know, and I don't know without looking how long that one burnt. I can promise you that wasn't even a full, by any standards, that wasn't a full cotton ball. Full cotton ball, you'll get, 6, 7, 8 minutes of fire that will absolutely, you know, just burn and burn and burn and burn, create a good hot fire. With enough of these, if you need to dry out a little bit of tinder until you can actually, you know, get a real fire started, it's just an awesome way to go about that. When I pack them in here, after I put my cotton ball in, I'll, you know, just smear a little bit of Vaseline on top of that. I do smear my Vaseline all over the cotton balls before I put them in there. I'm not going to tell you this isn't messy to set up. It is. But I've got 6 or 8 of these little, and I use food containers, pill bottles, anything I can find to pack cotton balls in. And I've got 6 or 8 of these stashed throughout my kit to keep things, you know, where I've always got access to a couple of them. You know, it's not real hard to pack a you know, bag of cotton balls and a little thing of Vaseline with you anywhere you go. Petroleum jelly, I guess I'm advertising for the brand, a brand of petroleum jelly with Vaseline. That's just always what we called it when we were a kid. But this is a great way to have a real fire source that is available for starting fire. I mean, to me, this is a surefire way of making fire. And if you look at any survival, anybody, they will tell you that, you know, surefire is the way to go. Or is one of the they say it's the first thing in survival. I say it's the second thing because I can create fire from 2 pieces of wood. So I've taken the time to learn, and I suggest you do too. But you can see there, just getting it a little bit smeared in petroleum jelly. Put that critter right there. And I don't know how long that specific little cotton ball will burn, and I didn't smear it near as well as I typically do. We'll take out our timer here and see how long it actually burns. Stopwatch. Take our flint and steel, give it a little hit. Hit start. But good burning hot. I guess I could have brought some kind of thermometer to see how long, or what temperature it burns at. You know, even as just a unique heat source, you know, need to stop and warm up your hands for a couple of seconds because you're starting, you know, you're moving and you feel like you're about to, you know, feeling like you're getting hypothermia or whatever, and you just need that little bite of, you know, warmth. Obviously, you're not going to, you know, heat up a cup of water or anything like that with that, but you sure stop for a minute, keep your hands warm, you know, take the frost off or whatever you want to talk about. Even if like you needed to thaw something out so you could get it open because it's, you know, gotten, you know, wet and froze or whatever. I mean, it's definitely a source of, make sure I don't burn my ashtray. It's definitely a source of, you know, heat for a quick thawing effect. But you know, the big thing in starting a fire, you put one of these under some tinder, or get your tinder ready, or if you make a bird's nest, which if you don't know what a bird's nest is for starting a fire, you need to learn. However you make, whatever you make, this is just one surefire way to make sure fire. If you can't get a fire lit off a cotton ball, you need to spend some time practicing your outdoor skills, because this is just a tremendous source of fire for an extended period of time. I think I'm burning my ashtray. The amount of heat and fire this puts off for starting your own fire is, I've never seen anything that creates anything like it. I've seen a guy now, and he's making biscuits. Basically, he takes what's basically a pellet can that you buy 1.177 caliber pellets, and he's putting 6 of these things in here, and he is selling them for like $6-8 a piece. All he's done is flattened the cotton ball, smeared it in Vaseline, and then dipped it in wax. The wax seals everything in, so you take your cotton ball disc and you pull it apart and break it open until such time that you can see a little bit of the fibers. Hit it with your flint and steel or your lighter, and it busts off and starts burning. That's all it is. This is it. This is the whole trick to, I'm going to call that out, even though there's a little bit of flame. We got 3 minutes and 7 seconds of decent fire out of one cotton ball with a little bit of Vaseline. If you can't start a fire with that, I don't know what to tell you. You're probably not going to survive any end of the world situations. You're going to become a statistic. But there you go, quick little way. If this outdoor safe place is still in business, they give these things away, or they did 15 years ago. I'd be interested to know if somebody calls the number if they're still in business, because if they are, they're a great little company. I believe, I can't remember where I got this kit. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this was given to me by Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics and the DEA when I went to a deal called Narc Assault, jumping out of helicopters into dope fields and killing dope fields here in Oklahoma is what the purpose of it was. But there was plenty of room to add a little bit of stuff to this kit. Like I said, paracord. I already did a little video on all the stuff you can do with paracord. I actually probably need to take these batteries out and freshen them up. But I'll keep that starter in there. But it's got little belt straps on it. You can throw it on your hip if this is all you can take with you. Well, I appreciate you watching. If you thought this was a good video, I'd appreciate it. You like it. Helps me get out around cyberspace and helps people know, that somebody thought it was worth something. If you got anything to add to it, I'd love to hear any questions or comments, or video responses, or if you've come up with another version of something that's small and lightweight and works better. Oh man, I'd love to see it. But cotton balls and Vaseline. That is a surefire way to make sure fire. Thanks for watching. You have a good day.